The magic of the Natural Law Party. Creating a prosperous, problem-free Canada. Presented by Dr. Doug Henning, Senior Vice President, Natural Law Party of Canada. Doug Henning was the co-creator and star of 3 magical Broadway shows and 8 NBC, CBC primetime television specials. He will soon be bringing to Canada Maharshi Vedaland world-class theme park, which will give enlightenment, knowledge, and entertainment to everyone. Doug Henning.
Hello, everyone. I'm very happy to be presenting Canada's newest political party, the Natural Law Party. The Natural Law Party, the only political party with scientifically proven solutions to the nation's problems, has been formed to create a government as orderly and efficient as the government of nature, to gain the support of nature for each individual, the nation as a whole, and the government, and to create a prosperous, problem-free Canada. The Natural Law Party brings to the nation for the first time the complete scientific knowledge of natural law, which governs the entire diverse universe without a problem and with absolute efficiency in accordance with the physics principle of least action. The Natural Law Party is bringing the light of science, the light of natural law into politics. The infinite creativity, intelligence, and organizing power of natural law will so support the life of the nation that the government will rise to perfection, and the civilization of our nation and our world will become ideal. There will be no suffering, no crime, no disease, even no taxes, and no fear. Problems will disappear just like darkness disappears at the onset of light. Problems will disappear like magic, just like this elephant.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, something you'll never forget. In a few moments, you will see the elephant gone now!
The Natural Law Party will make all of Canada's problems vanish, just like that. Now, there's great evidence over many centuries that existing political systems and principles do not create heaven on earth, which is characterized by all good everywhere and non-good nowhere. They do not bring about perfection in government or an ideal civilization. Canada today has many problems. The whole country is literally balanced precariously, like this girl on these swords. Canada's existing government has failed and will continue to fail because it is impossible for the human mind to manage all the diverse trends and tendencies of the nation and thereby satisfy everyone. We must take the nation out of this precariously, delicately balanced situation Only the infinite organizing power of natural law can do this. Only the technologies of the natural law party can do this. The policies and programs of the other parties have failed repeatedly. Their promises to solve Canada's problems are just an illusion, like this.
You know, the only thing a magician ever really does is to ask one question. What's real and what's illusion? For instance, what could be more real than a newspaper? You all know that everything you read in the newspaper is true. Well, look, here's a newspaper, very solid, very real. Now, if I were to tear this paper into shreds, it'd become a torn newspaper, wouldn't it? It would be impossible to put the paper back to its original one piece. Or would it?
The newspapers across Canada are just filled with bad news every day. The only thing to do is just tear them up.
Now the illusion begins. I call this an illusion because I never actually tear the paper at all. The illusion's aided by the fact that it sounds like paper's being torn. In fact, some people even come backstage after the show and say, I could have sworn you tore that newspaper. They are led to believe this by the senses that they've trusted all their lives. By their ears, by their eyes, they actually believe that they see separate pieces. But they've been deceived. You see, I haven't actually torn the paper at all. You can't trust your senses. You don't believe me? Well, look. Woo!
The natural law party's programs are no illusion, but are practical solutions that will work because they are based on sound scientific principles.
Now!
Today, the country is divided, just like this.
Come back here! Come back here! This is the time for the big finale, and you know, I'd like to put the people together again. Maybe we can put them together in a little kind of a mixed up way, don't you?
Mixed up?
I have an idea. Switch the blue and the yellow. Let's go, hey! Woo!
Because Canada is divided, it's become disintegrated.
Hey, no, Bill, you go that way. Go that way. We got it. Put them together. Good. Close the latches. Close the front doors.
Closing.
Get that arm in there.
Got
Good. Now, pull out the old blades.
Pull out the old blade.
Yeah, the new blades you don't worry about. Get those old blades out. Now turn the head towards the audience.
Head towards the
Moving
audience.
it. No. The box.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I don't understand. Okay. Now, pull out the headpiece.
Headpiece.
Headpiece out. Good. Now, turn it like this, Bill.
Hello.
Turn it like this.
Do it like this, Bill.
Now, open the door.
Open the doors.
Why do I do this?
What's that?
Pull open the foot.
Pull up the foot thing.
Get those doors open.
Get the doors open.
There we go.
All right.
The box.
Come on out. Here we are. Come on, my dear.
I think that we have done it.
Let me give an example of this with this handkerchief. I'm just going to take the handkerchief and roll it up into a little kind of a tube here. Good. And now for the fun part. I just take these razor-sharp scissors and cut the handkerchief right down the middle. Now, you better be careful, it's my best handkerchief. Obviously now we have a divided handkerchief, just like we now have a divided and disintegrated Canada, divided on almost every issue. Only the magical unifying influence of natural law can pull our country back together again, like this, and make a strong, united Canada. It's therefore completely clear that for all of our greatest aspirations to be fulfilled, and for every citizen of our nation to become completely satisfied, we need new and fresh knowledge in the field of government, something that's a total departure from all that's gone before. Only a new seed will yield a new crop, and that is exactly what the Natural Law Party offers to our nation. The Natural Law Party offers new, scientifically proven approaches. We offer the complete knowledge and practical technologies of natural law to bring the government of Canada on a par with the government of all of nature. Natural law is something that's completely familiar to all of us. It's the set of laws and principles that underlie the evolutionary activity of everything in the universe. It's the total collection of all the diverse laws of nature, such as gravity, or the laws that govern the life of an elephant, or the flight of a parrot. Natural law enables everything in nature to be created and to grow in harmony with everything else in nature. Natural law is expressed in different laws of nature that exist in levels, from the most gross laws of nature that manage the movement of huge galaxies moving through intergalactic space, to very subtle laws of nature that organize the movement of tiny little electrons around the nucleus of an atom. Just think of the number of times your heart beats every day, or how many new cells are created in your body every hour. It all goes on completely automatically. It's your body, and yet these and a myriad of other events are taking place without your even being aware of them. The infinite intelligence of natural law on different levels organizes all these activities effortlessly and precisely, without any fuss or problem. Our thinking is also based on natural law, and the effectiveness of our decisions and the success of our actions depend on how well attuned we are to natural law. The dynamism of galaxies, stars, and everything in the universe is the expression of the quiet, brilliant light of the intelligence of natural law. Natural law, ever awake within everything, is the light of life that administers all life with perfect orderliness. Now, quantum physics has glimpsed the deepest, most powerful, most coherent level of nature's functioning, the unified field of all the laws of nature, which underlines all the force and matter fields, everything in the universe. Science has also theorized the unified field with many unified field theories today. The unified field is the home of all the laws of nature, existing at the subtlest level of nature's functioning. Now, natural law is existing in the unified field of all the laws of nature as the government of the universe. It's the quiet, brilliant light of natural law which is organizing, administering, and managing the entire universe at every instant, at every little point in creation. Natural law has been doing so for billions of years with perfect order, without a problem, and with a completely unifying, evolutionary, nourishing, and integrating effect. This great power of natural law, the intelligence of the entire universe existing in the unified field, has unfortunately become disconnected from the life of human beings in Canada and even in all nations. People no longer function in harmony with natural law. The basis of life has become hidden and forgotten, and the attention of individuals and society is totally on the surface, material, more gross aspects of life. Through lack of education in natural law and how to live in harmony with natural law, the population is disconnected from natural law and has been violating the laws of nature. As a result of these violations of natural law, fondly entertained by the whole population every day, there's been a consistent buildup of stress in the collective consciousness. With stress comes ill health, poverty, pollution, unemployment, terrorism, crime, and all other negativity. all the problems of the nation have their root cause in the disconnectedness of national life and national consciousness from natural law itself. All problems arise from stress in national consciousness. Watch closely. The country is literally being torn apart like this little piece of paper. Only natural law can reconnect Canada to the intelligence of the universe and put our dear country back together again, like this. Natural Law Party will just make all the stress of the individuals, and hence the stress of the collective consciousness of Canada, vanish, just like this. Modern science has given us knowledge of specific laws of nature. Now, technology applies this knowledge to bring greater comfort and progress to life. For example, from knowledge of the electron, we have electricity, which lights and heats our homes and powers our CD players. The technologies and programs of the Natural Law Party are completely unique because they utilize not just the partial values of natural law, but the total potential of natural law within ourselves and our universe. These programs allow us to live spontaneously in harmony with natural law, without any stress and strain, and they thereby promote success in everything we do, creating a harmonious, creative society and a perfect government that can satisfy absolutely everyone. The main programs promoted by the Natural Law Party are Maharshi's Transcendental Meditation and Maharshi's TM City program. Now, I've personally been practicing these techniques for many years, and attribute all the success that I've had in my life and in my career to these wonderful scientifically proven techniques. Maharshi Mahesh Yogi, the world's greatest genius in consciousness, is the founder of Transcendental Meditation and the TM City. Maharshi's Transcendental Meditation is a simple, natural, effortless procedure practiced for 15 to 20 minutes in the morning and evening while sitting comfortably with the eyes closed. It's a very beautiful experience. During this technique, the individual's awareness settles down and experiences a unique state of restful alertness. As the body becomes very deeply relaxed, the mind transcends all mental activity to experience the simplest form of human awareness, transcendental consciousness, the unified field, where consciousness is completely open to nothing but itself. This is the self-referral state of consciousness. The experience of transcendental consciousness develops the individual's latent creative potential while dissolving accumulated stress and fatigue through the deep rest gained during the practice of Maharshi's Transcendental Meditation. This experience enlivens within one's awareness creativity, dynamism, orderliness, and organizing power, which results in increasing effectiveness and success in daily life. Maharshi's Transcendental Meditation can be easily learned by absolutely anyone. People of all cultures, religions, and educational backgrounds practice the technique. Yog means union, the union of the individual awareness with the unified field of all the laws of nature in the state of transcendental consciousness. Yogic Flying is one of the techniques of a more advanced program, Maharshi's TM City program. In Yogic Flying, the body feels light. The person experiences bubbling bliss, and the body actually lifts off the ground, defying the law of gravity. This is my illusion, but here are people practicing the first stage of yogic flying. This technique demonstrates the ability of the individual to act from the level of transcendental consciousness, the unified field, and enliven the total potential of natural law in all its expressions, mind, body, behavior, and environment. Yogic flying presents in miniature the flight of galaxies in space, all unified in perfect order by natural law. The mind-body coordination displayed by yogic flying shows that consciousness and its expression, the physiology, are in perfect balance. Scientific research has found maximum coherence in human brain functioning during yogic flying. This maximum coherence occurs when the human brain physiology identifies with the unified field, the home of all the laws of nature. Then the individual can actually achieve mastery over natural law. All the laws of nature will obey him or her, just like these little handkerchiefs are obeying me. The laws of nature will obey anyone whose human brain physiology functions from the level of the unified field. As the coherently functioning human brain is the unit of world peace, yogic flying is the mechanics to make world peace a reality and thereby bring health, happiness, and prosperity, and making our country free from suffering, heaven on earth in this generation. The unified field is a field of all possibilities, where the total potential of natural law is lively in the simplest form of awareness. Here, truly, nothing is impossible. In Washington, D.C., just this year, during an extensively researched yogic flying program, 4,000 yogic flyers lowered violent crime by 37% over what was predicted. This is just an amazing effect. This global research has demonstrated a new formula. The square root of 1% of a population practicing Maharshi's Transcendental Meditation and TM City program morning and evening together in one place is sufficient to neutralize negative tendencies and promote positive trends throughout the whole population. Now, there are over 500 scientific research studies existing today on Maharshi's Transcendental Meditation and TM City program from over 120 universities in 27 countries. The group of yogic flyers creates a field effect of positivity and harmony in the surrounding area in the world. It's like having one washing machine in a village. Whenever the clothes get dirty, the washing machine just cleans them. Like that, whenever stress is created in collective consciousness through the violation of natural law, the group of yogic flyers purifies the stress by the field effect of their coherence. Stress just disappears like this lamp. If the country's national consciousness is stressful, then the government is filled with stress. The government becomes chaotic and disintegrated. Then the policies it makes will be ineffective and not satisfy anyone. Unfortunately, this is the situation in Canada today. The reason for this is because the government is just a pure and innocent mirror of the nation, reflecting faithfully whatever is presented to it. Every decision of the government is the expression of national consciousness. It seems, for instance, that the hand is writing when we write a letter, but actually it's the mind doing the writing. Just like that, national consciousness governs the activity of the nation in the same way that the consciousness of the individual governs the activity of the individual. Since national consciousness is the collective consciousness of all the individuals of the nation, it's ultimately the consciousness of the individual that's the prime mover of the nation, and that shapes the destiny of the nation. always remember that the government is just an innocent reflection of the consciousness of the nation. For example, enjoy this illusion. Mirrors just innocently reflect what is presented, but sometimes that reflection can become a reality.
You know, one of the most magical things that we encounter in our everyday life is a mirror. The reflections that we see in a mirror look real, but they're actually a perfect illusion. Wouldn't it be amazing if we could take the reflections in the mirror and make them real? Well, let's try with this 50-cent piece. The first thing I do, Wendy, is I throw the 50-cent piece right under the glass, like that. Then I try to catch the reflection of the coin in the mirror. Ah, I think I've got it. Now for the magic. The 50-cent piece is under the glass where I can't possibly touch it. I'm going to try to make the 50-cent piece an illusion. Watch. Now! And we have a reflection trapped in the mirror. I'm going to try to make that real. Look. Now watch the reflection of the 50-cent piece slowly appear in the mirror. Now watch as the reflection becomes real. Wow. Now, we have two heads-up 50-cent pieces. Watch what happens if I turn over one of the coins. The reflection naturally turns over, and so does the other coin. Now, watch two coins slowly melt into one. Just one coin. Again, the reflection will become real. Thank you. Now, if you're looking, you see one coin, right? There are two coins, three coins. Now you see four coins. Look, the illusion has again become a perfect reality.
That little mirror just gave an innocent reflection of those coins. And then the reflection of the coins became a reality, real coins. Just like that, the government is an innocent mirror of the collective consciousness of the people. Then that reflection becomes a reality as the government delivers that kind of life to the people. The activity of the government is the expression of national consciousness, fulfilling the national need. The achievements of government are the achievements of national consciousness, and every individual in a nation shares the credit for them. Likewise, the failures of the government are the failures of national consciousness, and every individual shares the blame for them. Although the members of every government have their own individuality and their own opinions of the nation's needs while they're engaged in the process of governing, their actions are determined by factors beyond their personal lives, by the collective destiny of the nation. With our country's consciousness rising in coherence, the leaders of Canada will be able to maintain their real leadership role, the role of a flawless guide, only if they themselves rise to more orderly levels of coherence. The conclusion is that the ruler cannot rule with full justice if national consciousness is not coherent and integrated. The Natural Law Party promises to remove the stress from the individual and also from collective consciousness, thus creating complete prosperity and eliminating all problems in Canada, and making a completely perfect government by creating and maintaining a group of 10,000 yogic flyers. We call this group Maharshi's Group for a Government. As we have seen, the effectiveness of this group for a government has been proven by many scientific studies, including the large crime prevention study just done in Washington, D.C. But also the benefits of a large group of yogic flyers has just been completely proven politically. President Joaquim Chissano of Mozambique has just installed a large Maharshi Group for a Government in the country of Mozambique. The results have been truly incredible. They include the ceasing of a long-running civil war and the end of a parching drought. Now, because natural law is always evolutionary, Canada's government, with the support of natural law, will gain the ability to satisfy everyone and will find its fulfillment. We have another way to look at this point, and that's that there is a constitution of the universe, just exactly like there's a constitution for Canada. Canada has a constitution, and that's the source of all the laws of the nation. Just like that, the universe has its own constitution, which is the source of all the natural laws that are administering, ruling, and managing the ever-expanding universe, always in an evolutionary way, administering everything from electrons whirling around the nucleus of an atom to the planets, huge balls that float in empty space like this. This constitution of the universe, therefore, is the fundamental set of natural laws, which is the source of all the order and harmony in creation. It's the unified field, transcendental consciousness, the home of all the laws of nature, which we've already been talking about. It's the fundamental blueprint of creation. It has been found through Maharshi's deep research into consciousness that the constitution of the universe is present in every grain of creation in this unified field. Every aspect of the scintillating intelligence of the constitution of the universe is lively at every point of the universe and is the source of all the flow of natural law that's administering everything, from the way the whole physiology is managed by DNA to the way the earth moves around the sun and the way all the stars and the galaxies move through infinitely vast intergalactic space. All of this is in the basis of natural law, based on the constitution of the universe. It's the treasury of all the infinite organizing power and of all the infinite creativity and intelligence of the universe. And this constitution of the universe is accessible to every human being in his own consciousness. The knowledge in the constitution of the universe has infinite organizing power. And when the Constitution of Canada connects to the Constitution of the universe, the government then administers from the level of the Constitution of the universe. It administers perfectly, automatically guided by the Constitution of the universe. This is automation and administration. It will certainly be difficult for Canada to abandon its present Constitution, howsoever inadequate it is, because it's all that the government has to go by. The government has been juggling with this constitutional crisis for years. Rewriting the existing constitution or changing the system of government from one theme of administration to another will not make a difference in the life of the country, because there's all kinds of systems prevailing in the world today, but life is not satisfactory in any country. What Canada needs is a constitution that is lively, vital, and invincible, and has the ability to make administration really effective and make the government competent to satisfy everyone, generation after generation, for all time to come. Such a constitution is available in Maharshi's perfect constitution of the unified field, the structure of pure knowledge, the constitution of the universe, with its infinite organizing power and consciousness, which can be realized in the self-referral consciousness of anyone through Maharshi's Transcendental Meditation and TM City program. Now, it's important to realize that we don't have to just throw out the existing constitution. Once the constitution of the universe is connected to the constitution of the nation through this group of yogic flyers, Maharshi's group for a government, then national law will be connected to natural law. Then the government of the nation will function on a par with the infinitely intelligent government of the universe. The government will function in a completely integrated, harmonious way, and it will be completely able to satisfy absolutely everyone.
I have these little bowls with my little friends. Hi, fellas. Bruce, I'd like you to take this into the cloth,
and cover the bowl, just as if we were covering it up for the night here. Okay. Once the collective consciousness of the nation and the constitution of the nation are connected to the constitution of the universe, then there will be no suffering, no disease, no crime, no pollution, no unemployment, and no fear. Problems will just disappear like magic. With all the problems gone, the nation will gain support of nature. Support of natural law occurs when all the laws of nature uphold human life, just like these fountains uphold this young lady. This results in good health and effortless fulfillment of our desires. This is the automatic result of thought and action in harmony with natural law. Action then takes natural advantage of the laws of nature. Support of nature will make politics a pious profession. Support of natural law is achieved through proper education. Education should provide not just intellectual understanding of natural law, but the knowledge and technologies to live spontaneously in harmony with natural law in daily life. Mainly, the knowledge of Maharshi's Transcendental Meditation and Maharshi's TM City program, including Yogic Flying. Education should culture an intimacy with the laws of nature governing our mind, physiology, and behavior, and also the environment. Education that bestows such intimacy enables students to spontaneously utilize natural law to fulfill their own desires, while simultaneously promoting the interests of society as a whole, just as natural law promotes the growth and evolution of everyone and everything in creation in perfect harmony. People who support natural law and act in accord with natural law just naturally receive the support of nature for the fulfillment of their desires. As you favor natural law, so natural law will favor you. The first main program of the Natural Law Party is, as we have seen, Maharshi's Group for a Government. The second major program we are proposing for Canada is an all-party national government. On taking office, we'll invite the greatest experts in every field to become the ministers of those areas, irrespective of political affiliation. In this way, we'll have a successful government run by the most successful experts in every area, It sure makes a lot of sense. In Canada today, each political party represents only a specific small aspect of society. For example, labor, management, the farmers, whatever. But the ruling party can't even satisfy the members of its own party and their supporters, not to mention the rest of society.
Like seashells. Aren't they beautiful? Look, let's put one seashell in each corner and watch this symphony of magic.
These 4 beautiful little seashells represent 4 political parties. They're separate and only represent their own interests and areas of society. The Natural Law Party will bring the experts from all the parties together in an all-party government, working together for the good of Canada. Conflict in government will be replaced by mutual cooperation. The government will be the cream of all parties, all working together harmoniously. A recent Angus Reid poll said that 60% of all Canadians would prefer our all-party government, which integrates the greatest talents of all parties. It's a very good result, and it shows the popularity for our programs. Now I'd like to move into the fascinating area of health. In this area of health, the Natural Law Party will create a disease-free society through prevention-oriented natural medicine and health education. This alone will save the country $46 billion in healthcare costs. We're going to reduce healthcare costs by at least 50%. Another thing is that everyone knows that modern medicine creates very harmful side effects.
You ready, Doctor?
I certainly am, Doctor.
Good. Here we have our very sterile and delicate instruments.
All ready. All right. Yeah. Ha-ha! Woo! I beat you!
You did.
Yeah.
Very good
I
job.
won. Fastest saw in the West.
Now, very special metal suture.
Hello. Oh, yeah. What a lovely lady. Yes, indeed. Yes. Mine is stuff.
I'll fix that.
All right! Yes!
Let's see if the operation was a success, Doctor.
Please. I
Take
believe
this
so.
to the lab for some tests.
Okay.
That was just an illusion, of course, just for your entertainment. But just like that, modern medical treatments really do have many harmful side effects. And to complement the present medical system, the Natural Law Party will introduce a preventative natural health system which produces absolutely no side effects. And it's very, very effective. We'll also educate the whole population in natural medicine. The natural health system used by the Natural Law Party is Maharshi Ayurveda. Ayurveda is the oldest and most effective system of natural medicine in the world, and it's been used in many parts of the world for thousands of years. Many of Maharshi Ayurveda's techniques in herbal medicines not only prevent disease from occurring by strengthening the immune system, but they also actually reverse the aging process, like this. The Angus Reid poll that was just taken showed that 33% of all Canadians state that the government should support our programs for creating collective health. Now, let's take a look at Canada's economy, which is really in a complete shambles with recession abounding and a huge national deficit and debt. The Natural Law Party will first of all introduce its programs to increase creativity and increase productivity, thus leading to a growing, expanding economy. The economy will just grow. and grow. And even continue to grow. Among other benefits, this will lead to increased competitiveness of Canadian companies in international markets. We will also completely eliminate the GST. It will just vanish like this. Then there will be more money in the hands of everyone, like this. And the economy and the money will grow. And the economy will continue to grow. And the economy will flourish. One of the greatest wastes in Canada is the fact that the government is just too complicated. It's like this crazy contraption that I came up with.
Look at this.
Yes!
Phil, it's a remarkable piece of work. I'd love to participate. I just don't know what to do. What do I do?
It's very, very simple. Now, you see the stake right here in the middle of that platform?
Yeah.
Well, for openers, I'm going to have my assistant tie you to that stake. May I please have that?
Sure.
Thank you.
Here we go.
All right. Now I will explain to you and the folks at home how this little jobby works. First, I will take this basketball, ladies and gentlemen, toss it into the basket and fall down here, hit the racket, the thing will start, the water will come out right into here, the flowers will die. As they're dying, they will go down. This boot will go all the way up, hit the bowling ball, travel around the good, hold the head, come on down the way, hip, and now we'll pop, 2 lips, 3 pat, hit this little Teddy, you remember him, fall down, the spoon comes up, hits the teeth say, time to eat, have, eat the carrot, fall down, come up, and the hand will say, start to my friend the mouse. The mouse didn't go forward, hit the 300-pound boulder. My friend Douglas's face will be all over the place. Now, unless my friend Douglas is the master magician that we all think he is, he will not be in good shape.
It sounds fair, I think, but, there's one thing I'd like to do. In order to respect my privacy of my magical escape methods, I need a little kind of a privacy around here.
Fair enough. I've been way ahead of you. Your request shall be answered. Here's a 4-wall shack that would rent for $2,000 a month in Beverly Hills. It used to be a summer home in Cleveland. It's yours rent-free. So just let's recap the whole thing. Put it, make the basket, put the thing, hit the rope, hit the water comes down, hit the flower bowl, ladies and gentlemen, flip the carrot, and hit the shoe, come up to the bowling ball, down here, up there, but up, over, whoop, 2, 3, teddy bear, bob, 2, 3, and get to turn this around, and the mouse, the giant mouse, had to go to bed of water, kids in the building, you all going to well do it, hit the border, crush the little thin fellow with the mustache. Knock him down, Jack, and then we will hear a new song called Beat the Rock on my friend. I'm telling you, it took me 5 years, ladies and gentlemen, to get this. It is now a perfect thing to the point where I am just so happy to have it work. And all I have to do is I will grab the basketball, get up here and do my Dr. J basket weight, I've got it all ready now. There it is! Look at it! Thought I was kidding, didn't you? Now what's the come down thing here? Here, pick him up. What did I say?
The Canadian government is just as convoluted and complicated as this ridiculous device. And the taxpayer is the victim with a boulder of economic collapse about to fall on him.
You're going to go, Douglas! All right! All right, look out, Boulder. Wait, stop, I'll kill you.
We Canadians must escape from this situation. The Natural Law Party has the solutions to simplify and decentralize the government and lower or even eliminate taxes. All of our programs together will save the country almost $200 billion annually. We will be able to eliminate the deficit in 3 years and the national debt soon after that. Canada's economic problems will just vanish, like my friend here. The Natural Law Party also has strong programs in the area of defense.
A balloon and its natural enemy, a long, sharp steel needle. Everyone knows in reality what happens when you try to pass a needle through a balloon. But in the world of magic, nothing is impossible or impassable. Watch.
The program of the Natural Law Party can make Canada invincible like this to any danger. Natural law is invincible. And without natural law, because natural law is invincible, a government administering through natural law will naturally be invincible, in the sense that the country's nourishing power will be so strong that the nourishing power will radiate out from its borders and will disallow the birth of an enemy. Now, today, all Canadians are very concerned about the rising crime everywhere. These fellows look like a couple of criminals. They even look guilty. Down in the clink they go. The Natural Law Party has scientifically proven programs which will eliminate the basis of crime, stress in the individual and society. Then all crime will just disappear. Also, Canada has serious problems with the rehabilitation of criminals.
This apparatus here is very similar to what is still referred to as Houdini's water torture escape. The idea is to allow yourself to be locked and chained, you can see the chains going on there now, into this huge tank of water, upside down, and then simply escape in a moment or two. You can see that a steel bar runs right through the stocks, and it's screwed into a nut underneath. It is impossible to open these stocks unless the bar is unscrewed from the outside of the tank. Now, to certify that the handcuffs, locks, and chains used tonight are absolutely real and untampered with, here is Sergeant Edward H. Barr, the senior investigator from the Los Angeles Police Department. I'm holding a stopwatch. I want to try to synchronize it with a camera.
just like this water torture illusion that I am doing, the prisons in Canada are very cramped due to overcrowding, and the prisoners are literally drowning in stress.
15 seconds. Houdini considered this his greatest escape. He accomplished this miraculous feat in only 2 minutes. But 2 minutes is a long time. Now we're still moving on, if you can see the clock. 30 seconds! Tonight, Doug is going to attempt to do it in even less time. Houdini was 50 years old when he tried it. Doug is a little more than half that age. The clock is still running. 2 minutes!
The Natural Law Party has proven programs that remove stress and train the individual to spontaneously act in accord with natural law.
2 minutes, 15 seconds. Doug can only hold his breath for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. This man standing here is our emergency.
All prisoners can be completely rehabilitated, and the prisons will be empty.
Don't really need to use him. The time is running out. It's running out. It's 2.5 minutes. Still no Doug. There's something wrong. Get the axe. Go up there. Smash the glass. Grab the curtain.
The ex-prisoners will all be revealed to be valuable contributing members of society. Today in Canada, there are about 1.6 million people unemployed, about 11.6% of the workforce. The Natural Law Party will provide immediate full employment by introducing plans to reconstruct and beautify the nation by rebuilding our towns and infrastructure in accord with natural law-based principles that promote health and vitality. Another program that we have to reduce unemployment is that our party is beginning training courses immediately, even before the election, to train all the unemployed youth in new professions. The youth will be gaining great benefits, and the country's unemployment problem will be eased. We hope to form 10 large Maharshi groups for a government from the youth from all across the country, totaling 100,000 yogic flyers in all. The positive effects in the country will be absolutely enormous. Adding to our unemployment problem is the fact that the high school dropout rate is a very high 32% of all students across Canada, and in some provinces as high as 40%. And about 25% of these dropouts are unemployed. The Natural Law Party will develop Canada's greatest natural resources, the precious human resources of its 27 million people. With the Maharshi groups for a government in the country, unemployment will first shrink like this. And then it will vanish like that. Then unemployment will just be like a memory in a museum. Natural Law Party will promote and encourage sustainable agriculture without using any chemicals for the production of naturally healthy food, ensuring perfect health to the families of all Canadians. Pollution is a big problem in Canada right now. One of the biggest problems are vehicles that pollute, like this one. The Natural Law Party will create a pollution-free nation by making all pollution vanish. Polluting vehicles will reappear like that, either as electric vehicles or with more efficient emission controls. We will also encourage all non-polluting technologies to be researched and developed. The Natural Law Party believes that for the emotional strength and well-being of the future generation, mothers should not find themselves in a position of having to work and being away from the children.
How do you like it so? Are you in there? How do you like it so far?
Poor girl.
The Natural Law Party will support all policies and programs that will encourage mothers like this one to stay at home with the children.
Good. Are you comfortable in there, Laurie? Good. Because I'm going to show you a wonderful illusion. The opposite of the illusion of music. The illusion of silence. Are you ready, Laurie?
I guess so.
Watch. Now!
Where'd she go?
She went home, Bill, to her children. Natural Law Party will produce a unified Canada with cultural integrity for every group. Today in our great country, the different cultural groups are divided. The French, the English, the Aboriginal Canadians, all the different ethnic groups. All the cultural groups are separated from each other, like this black horse and this white horse. The Natural Law Party promises to uphold the specific social and cultural traditions in every locality while maintaining the integrity of Canada as a whole. With the unifying quality of natural law, Canada will become a beautiful mosaic of differences, like this black and white zebra. In the past few years, gambling has appeared on the Canadian horizon. The Natural Law Party sees gambling as a great negative blight on Canadian society. Gambling is psychologically addicting, leading people to just throw away their hard-earned money. Gambling is ruining many Canadian lives. For example, the government of Manitoba is spending $2.5 million on the rehabilitation of 30,000 addicted gamblers. With gambling comes many other negative influences. Experts say gambling will bring skyrocketing crime. Any financially desperate government that introduces gambling to raise money for its policies is intellectually bankrupt and morally corrupt. Resorting to this means of boosting the economy is suicide economics. For the good of all Canadians, the Natural Law Party promises to make gambling vanish immediately. In the field of education, the Natural Law Party will introduce programs to unfold the full creative genius of every student while developing the technical skills necessary for success. We will primarily introduce the study of consciousness to develop higher states of consciousness so that the students can accomplish anything like this. This ring represents the first mandal of Rick Fade floating in everyone's own transcendental consciousness. This mandal is the first form or expression of the self-interacting dynamics of consciousness. From the first mandal, all the primordial frequencies of Rick Vade sequentially emerge. Rick Vade is the pure knowledge which is the blueprint of all creation, the constitution of the universe itself. From the frequencies of Rick Vade, all the frequencies of the whole Vedic literature sequentially emerge, and then the frequencies of the Vade are expressed as all material creation. This wonderful knowledge of consciousness will be given to Canada and the whole world through Maharshi Vedic universities. From the first mandal of Rick Vade, first the frequencies of all the Vedic literature, and then the whole material creation sequentially emerge in a very magical play and display. The dance of creation may emerge like this. Everyone can see that a great change is needed in the Canadian government. Only the Natural Law Party will supply the much-needed procedures to handle the collective consciousness of the nation as a whole. The nation as a whole must be overseen, and then the individual channels of government and all of society will flow freely without obstacles. Only our Maharshi Group for a Government will handle the national consciousness as a whole. Then our all-party national government will be a perfectly effective government which will satisfy everyone. Please read the platform of our party and then the platforms of all the other parties, and you'll see that we're the only party with practical solutions to Canada's problems. Join us in making Canada a country that we can once again be truly proud of. Join us in making Canada great. Vote for national consciousness connected to cosmic intelligence that rules the whole universe through the principle of least action with no loss of energy. Vote for national law connected to and administered perfectly by natural law. Vote for the Canadian government connected to and nourished by the government of nature. Vote for the Constitution of Canada, upheld by the Constitution of the universe. Vote for a disease-free, pollution-free, crime-free society. Vote for a prosperous, problem-free Canada. Vote for the Natural Law Party. Now, the Natural Law Party believes that every election should be a celebration. So we'll end now with a magical celebration. Enjoy.
Thank you.